generative AI, generative AI, generative AI, AI. It uses AI to bring AI.
Alright, so by now you've probably heard about and possibly even used one of the most polarizing and exciting technologies to come to the sales space since, well, CRM, and that's AI. ChatGPT specifically has been getting a lot of buzz.
Maybe you've heard of it.
Causing salespeople like us to ask a lot of questions. Things like, is ChatGPT really essential for B2B sales? How can it actually improve our productivity? And will it replace our jobs? Well, the answer is it kind of depends. Today we're diving into the what and the how of ChatGPT. So by the end of this video, you'll not only know the ins and the outs of it, you'll also be able to effectively integrate it into your daily sales routine. So, shall we begin? AI power player ChatGPT. You are likely familiar with it, but to recap, it's a language model created by OpenAI, and it gained all of the headlines by using natural language to provide answers. Basically, this robot talks back to you like a human.
My father tried to teach me human emotions.
So why should we care about ChatGPT? Well, put simply, it's just too much of a disruptor to ignore. It's not a tool like a meeting scheduler or a CRM, but a strategic asset that salespeople can use at every stage of their sales process to get better results. The top B2B sellers are already using ChatGPT. It's like having an assistant that's always on top of things, helping salespeople to be able to focus on more important tasks, like closing deals and speaking to customers, rather than admin things like filling in spreadsheets. You're in sales, which means you're smart. So far, I probably haven't told you anything that you didn't already know. Now that's about to change. So with that in mind, here are 4 ways that we as sellers can use ChatGPT in our day-to-day work. One of the most time-saving things you can use ChatGPT for is writing bespoke emails. So I can say, draft a friendly 50-word email to John, a potential customer, thanking him for the sales discovery meeting and highlighting what we spoke about. Okay, this is pretty good. ChatGPT has guessed what we spoke about, so let's update that. Update to include follow-up items, John's pain around booking meetings, the revenue implications, and the need for a demo. Nice. Now this isn't a perfect email, but what I really like about this is it takes away the time from having to think about the structure, the words, the spelling even, which means I can spend most of my time inputting in the specific personalization pieces of the email. But this is a great start, could potentially save myself hours of time a week.
Nice.
Okay, let's talk about getting ghosted. It's not fun, but it's a reality. Let's assume that we've been ghosted after a positive meeting and we haven't heard from our prospect in, let's say, a week. We could say, write a 50 to 70 word follow-up email for a potential customer who hasn't responded to our emails, our many emails, since 7 days ago. Now, this is definitely longer than 50 to 70 words. It's okay. I don't love it. I don't love the subject. And I hope this email finds you well. But I think there's some really good value in here. Let's refine it a little bit. Add, reiterate the problem they had and inquire if it's no longer an issue. Remove the unnecessary niceties. Okay, this is good. This is definitely better. The subject is better. Follow up is the specific problem no longer a priority. And of course, if I'd put in the prompt what the problem was, it would have helped me out with that. I would probably remove follow up from the subject. This is good. I would send this.
Nice.
When you're dealing with ghosting customers, it's important to remain polite and respectful, but at the same time, you don't want to be wasting unnecessary time on customers that have no intention on getting back to you. So this is a really great option to use. Okay, on to tip 3. One of the most, if not the most important thing that you can do as a seller is to really understand your prospects' issues and problems. So here, once again, ChatGPT can help. Let's say you're prospecting a new market or a new vertical, and you want to understand the kinds of problems and issues that your potential prospects would be facing. What are the likely problems that a senior leader in fintech is facing right now? And this is really helpful. Okay, so I really like this here about market disruption. I feel like that's something that I want to know more about. So let's let ChatGPT help. Elaborate more. Okay, and lots of detail, loads of detail. This is great. Regulatory landscape. And I like that it's summarized at the bottom. Some of this is really, really great. It's still quite generic, and it's still important to be able to really dig into the specific problems, especially in relating it to the product that you sell. But if you're trying to understand a new vertical, this can save a huge amount of early research in trying to understand the overarching themes and issues that the customers that you're trying to sell into are facing. It's worth noting that unless you're using GPT-4, ChatGPT is not connected to the internet and only has information up to 2021. Do bear that in mind when you're using this information to be able to potentially sell into your prospects.
Hey there, it's me from that thing you're watching. If you're enjoying this content, now is your chance to give us a quick like and consider subscribing. We're a small team who make content to help salespeople to be better in their roles, and your support really makes a difference. Thanks so much.
Okay, so we've used ChatGPT to better understand the markets that we're looking to sell into. But who are we up against? Well, ChatGPT can help. I work for Vidyard, and one of our main competitors is Loom. So let's let ChatGPT help us to better understand what Loom is able to do and why customers might choose Loom. Summarize the main strategies and strengths of Loom in the video creation space for sellers. Still going to be a lot quicker than going on the website, researching Loom, looking at separate reviews. And this is great. Loads of information, nicely split apart. I can see what it can do. This is good. And again, a nice summary at the bottom. Main strategies. Great. So I have a good understanding of what it can do, but let's see how it would compare to Vidyard. How does it compare to Vidyard? Okay. It talks about integrations, analytics, says which platform does well, and a nice summary at the bottom. Awesome. So what I can now start to do is to assess what kinds of challenges and pain points existing Loom customers might be facing and where Vidyard can support them. So in this case, it's telling me that more enterprise customers will get more use potentially from Vidyard, more detailed analytics, easier and better customization. So if that's a challenge for people, they're looking to do more with video, this could be a good solution and a good way for me to start a conversation. What I really love about this is that it's free from bias or marketing jargon.
Low-hanging fruit.
If I were to go to my competitor's website, I'd be faced with a whole bunch of language, particularly trying to sell it to me. Wouldn't necessarily speak of any of the negative implications or the things that it can't do. Again, it's important to remember that this information is only up to 2021, but the overarching themes, and I know knowing Vidyard and knowing Loom, not too much has changed in this instance, but it's important to be able to have a quick look and see where things are. Now, before you quit this video and start hitting quota, there's a few things you need to be aware of when using ChatGPT in your day-to-day role. Personalize it. Always review and personalize any content that ChatGPT has provided to you with the intention of you serving up to your prospects. Although it has natural language, ChatGPT has a tendency to be a little bit waffly. Secondly, let's respect the balance between AI and human interaction. AI is not a replacement for you as a human being, so make sure that you're adding the human, personal touch wherever you use ChatGPT. Using ChatGPT is impressive, but it doesn't possess human intuition or understanding.
Lawyers in New York are under fire for citing fake court cases created using the ChatGPT app.
Therefore, always make sure you're using its outputs as a suggestion, not gospel. Also be vigilant about data privacy and security.
With great power.
By using ChatGPT, along with your own experience and expertise, you'll be able to combine the two to really up your sales game. Sales is all about your ability to build relationships and understand problems, which is something that AI will not be able to do. Your value as a salesperson goes far beyond the tools that you use. It's your ability to build relationships, understand problems, and provide solutions that really brings the value.